Most people think they're bad at small talk. They're not. The real problem is something nobody ever teaches you, a secret hiding in plain sight that's quietly killing first impressions, talking stages, and conversations that had potential but went nowhere. Why does a conversation with someone you actually like die after 30 seconds? You open, they respond, you respond, it fizzles every time. And it's probably not because you're boring. It's probably not because you said the wrong thing. It's one habit you built without realizing it, and it's quietly running almost every conversation you have. This is the secret to better questions, even if you think you're bad at small talk. And by the end, you'll never ask a question the same way again. I'm holding one piece back until the end because without everything leading up to it, it'll sound like a trick instead of the truth. The two levels. There are only two levels to any conversation, and almost nobody reaches the second one, not because they can't, but because nobody ever showed them it exists. Once you see the split, you'll start noticing it everywhere, especially in your own texts. Level 1 is reflex. Someone asks how your week was. Good, pretty busy. They say, same. Done. Two people traded words and communicated almost nothing. We're so efficient with language that we've become ineffective with it. This is where most conversations live and die. On text, on dates, in that first exchange that felt like it could go somewhere and quietly didn't. Level 2 looks almost too simple. You answer, then you ask something back. Pretty good, actually. How about you? That's it. Watch what those few words do. The other person realizes you're actually engaged. The conversation suddenly has somewhere to go. It stops feeling like two people waiting for their turn and starts feeling like two people building something together. Most people think that's the upgrade. It isn't, because sooner or later the other person gives you a real answer and now you're stuck. What do you ask next? That isn't a confidence problem, it's a listening problem, and the fix has been hiding inside a word you've known your whole life. The word hiding inside listen. Take the word listen, rearrange the letters, and you get silent. That isn't just a clever coincidence, it's the entire skill. Real listening, the kind that makes someone feel genuinely seen, requires you to go quiet, not just physically, but mentally. No rehearsing your next sentence, no worrying about how you sound, just receiving what the other person is actually saying. Most people do the opposite. Someone mentions a trip they just took, and before they've even finished, your brain is already loading your own travel story. That's the moment the conversation starts slipping away, not because you said the wrong thing, but because you stopped listening before they stopped talking. Now picture it differently. Someone mentions a concert. You ask who they saw. They tell you. You ask who they went with. Their best friend, they say. It was a last-minute thing. They almost didn't go. You ask what changed their mind. Now they're telling you about their friendship, their personality, the kind of person they are, and you never had to invent an interesting question. Every question came from their last answer, not from your head. That's the loop almost nobody enters, and once you're inside it, conversation stops feeling like work. And that's when something even stranger starts happening. The exact same words begin getting completely different reactions. Why do two people with nearly identical personalities get completely different reactions from the same room? The answer has almost nothing to do with personality. Picture an ordinary watch sitting on a table at a garage sale, priced at a few dollars because nothing around it says otherwise. Now take that exact same watch, place it inside a lit glass case in a quiet boutique, and have someone describe its craftsmanship before handing it to you with both hands. Same watch, completely different value. Nothing about the watch changed. Everything surrounding it did. That's exactly what a good question does. It isn't really about the question itself, it's about the experience you create around it. Most people think people remember great conversation because of the words that were said. They don't. They remember how they felt while answering you. When you ask something real and genuinely listen to the answer, you're not just being polite, you're making someone feel like the most interesting person in the room. People who lead with themselves, their job, opinions, and highlight reel are hoping someone notices the value on their own. People who lead with curiosity create the value first. By the time the conversation ends, people rarely remember every word that was said. They remember how it felt to talk to you. And that leads to the part I held back. It looks almost too simple, which is exactly why most people never believe it'll make such a big difference. The technique. 3 steps. 30 seconds to learn, a lifetime to master. Step 1. Answer whatever was asked. Keep it short. Keep it honest. No performance attached. Step 2. Ask something back immediately. Not a random question, one that grows naturally out of what they just said. That's the difference between interviewing someone and becoming curious about them. Step 3. Go quiet. This is the step almost everyone skips because silence feels uncomfortable, but that discomfort is exactly where connection begins. Don't think about your next line. Don't monitor how you're coming across. Just listen and let their answer become your next question. Repeat the loop. That's all you're doing. It works over text just as well as it works face to face because the principle never changes. Every answer becomes the doorway to the next question. And here's what nobody tells you. This isn't a conversation trick. Tricks make people feel managed. This makes people feel understood. That's why it works. Most people spend their whole lives having conversations. Very few make people feel genuinely heard. That's what people remember. Not your questions, not your stories, the way they felt while answering you. So start with your very next conversation. Don't stop at the one-word answer. Ask something back. Then go quiet and actually listen to what comes next. You don't need funnier stories, cleverer questions, or a more interesting life. You need to stay with the answer long enough for the next question to reveal itself. The best conversationalist in the room isn't the one talking the most. It's the one who made everyone else feel like talking was the best part of their day. Watch what opens up. What's one habit you're going to try in your very next conversation? Tell me in the comments. I genuinely want to know. I'm Sam, and I'll be reading every single one of your comments. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more videos that will help you become better every day.